Okay, welcome back to the third quarter of the Bobby Dupre Show, and we got to hurry up and get going. And my sidekick, Andrew, you ready?
Good morning. Yes, sir.
Let's get a couple of sponsors in, if you don't mind.
Okay, you tricked me, but I got it.
So we won't lose our position over here.
Piggly Wiggly. You can go to your local Piggly Wiggly. They got 3 locations for you. One in North Opelousas, one in South Opelousas, and one in Simsport. The 3 little pigs can take care of you. And they're running all kind of specials this weekend. Drumsticks, 79 cents a pound. Boston buck pork roast, $1.28 a pound. Good for that crock pot this weekend with that cold weather. You can cook it nice and slow. They got top round beef steak, $2.99 a pound, and Gulf headless shrimp, 1 pound, the 30 count, $5 for that pound. The pig knows best. Go buy. The prices are effective all the way through next Tuesday. Don't forget about them for catering at the South End here in
And don't
Opelousas
forget
as well.
they have all that gumbo material that you need to cook up those gumbos. There's cool weather coming in.
That time of the year.
And we'll talk about real briefly the Soiree Royale.
Yes, sir.
We see one of
The Chamber's big
event, and it was very, very successful, I might add. Joey Quibido of Piggly Wiggly South here in Opelousas.
Does catering, also co-host on What's Cooking here on KDCG.
That's correct. And I might add that I have a few pictures that the other person that's on that program is Mr. Jason Hugay. And of course, Jason at the Soiree Royale was the winner of the appetizers event. And he also had another award, which I'm sorry, I visited with him for quite a while. Friday night, when things kind of slowed down, he was able to come over and talk to Vicky and I.
He's been best of the best chef, like 8 years running in Acadiana.
Yep, and I really wanted to get that other event, but we'll come back on that later. We had taken a picture several years ago that he asked. People's Choice Award.
Oh, we got it.
All right.
Read the TV.
Well, we've got two directors of the program. Go ahead. Steve just stepped in and saved the day. Thank you, Steve. And People's Choice Award, which is that's good. And then we'll talk about real quick our good longtime friend Ernest Prejean, who helps us every year. Chef Ernest over at Prejean's restaurant in Carencro. He comes and assists us with the Santa's breakfast, which is right around the corner.
December the 5th.
December,
Wednesday.
you bet. And I went over to Sunday to visit with him, and he was not there. But hopefully somebody passed the word on that I went to personally thank him.
He left with a bushel. He left with a bushel worth of awards at the soiree.
We don't have enough time to all of his awards. But the soiree is a big event, and the chefs around the community give up at that time their products and everything to make a good, successful fundraiser for our local chamber.
Let's thank Chef Marty Cosgrove with Cape Paul's coming down to help host it.
Coming down to help host it. And
you want to show Steamboat
while we're at the Steamboat? That's Miss Sue Kennedy. And of course, Sue hails from Prairie Ronde, Louisiana, and her mama was Miss Pat Fontenot Kennedy. And her mama would thank me every time I'd stop by. She said, you know, Bobby, a lot of people, I wait for them to come and see me, but you're the only one. Every time you pass around here, you stop and tell me hello, and I love you for it. And Sue likes to remind me of that when I go there, when I see Sue. And Sue and friends were there, and this is, I've got it right here. Let's see, Mr. Bobby, right here. Which one am I?
Got it right next to his heart.
Don Gilbo.
There you go.
And he came to pick up his order to go, and then I guess to finish the night out, he also bought a little libation.
They've got a great wine selection there while you're there. I mean,
that's
you get that
correct.
to go as well.
Don, thanks for saying hello to me. And we also saw Steve Hartman, Sherry Holman, and her friend Vicky.
Steve Hartman goes to the Steamboat. I never heard that.
Every Friday afternoon, and Fuzzy went
early.
Fuzzy,
my Uncle Fuzzy Stanford?
Yep, he was there early, but wasn't there. By the time we got there, we didn't take a picture. Now, you know, he had 2 pretty girls with him. I should have taken a picture of that, and and I didn't. Apologize for that.
How about this
And
crowd?
then this picture here on the left is Gregory and his mama. And his mama, of course, is Larry Vidrine, who is district judge in Evangeline Parish, and then yours truly, and then Gregory's wife is Manda. And they had just finished up a nice evening, and I can't think of Larry's wife's name. I apologize. Maybe next week I can come back. I'll find out. I just can't think of. But she reminded me if I ever want to sell the house I have in Washington, she's still interested.
That's the
Larry,
Magnolia house?
Larry pushed me like that. He said, "Don't tell her you want to sell it."
You want to show your trike now?
Yeah,
we talked a bit about that before the break. Let's
right
show it.
before the break.
Now, you've got a Honda, what do you call it, that model?
A Honda Interstate.
Interstate.
I have a Honda, just like you see right there, except mine doesn't have the back end of it, that motor trike trike kit. And Eddie Manuel in Eunice with the Acadiana bikes is a distributor of the trike, and we got to talking, and he didn't sell it to me. I bought it. I want to make that clear. He didn't put any pressure on me. He's that low type, you know. I could just give. He threw
Not
out
a lot
a
of
little.
pressure.
He threw out a little figure, and actually, it came in $3,000 less than he quoted. You know, just.
Well, there you go.
Maybe I didn't.
Look at the money you're saving already.
I'm saving money already. Well, I had bought this bike when I got my hip operated on.
Correct.
Because ramp on cold weather. We bought this from Tim Hines from Bonnie's. And he owns the Barnes Firearms.
Correct.
In
the shooting range and all.
Very big business he's established, by the way. Proud of you, from Opelousas, Louisiana.
Does a lot of custom work for cars and all for the police departments and sheriff's
across the
departments.
state.
Sure.
And maybe other states too by now. Oh, but
where were we? The bike. You bought the bike from
Bike.
him, and you were going to convert it then to a trike because you weren't sure how fast your hip would heal.
That's correct. And the hip did well, so I never got around to it. But I went over there to buy a $21 bottle of gas additive, and instead they're gonna clean the bike up for me. I washed it, by the way, Saturday myself, and brought it there Tuesday, and they're gonna send it off to Trump, Texas, which is about
Donald Trump? It's not Donald Trump is going to do that.
Well, it might be some of his money.
All right.
But it's Trump, Texas. I had never heard of it.
Me either.
And yesterday I was having lunch at Joe's sandwich shop. And by the way, Charles and his wife have sold it to a son-in-law, the business. So I just want to pass that good word on. And he's working harder now than when he owned it, Charles. With a busted up hand, he's still serving the people. But anyhow, you get into different stores when you know too many. Charles Quibido was sitting there, and he says, are you going to get it from that company in Trump, Texas? I said, you know, I never heard of it. He said, yeah. He says, that's the best kit that they sell, motor trike. So I'm going to probably try to go there if it's not on a Wednesday that when they're putting it together, it takes about, they start as soon as you put in your order, but then they have it all, then they'll put it together in about a 2-day period, and I'd be welcome to go there, and I think it'd be a nice experience.
Take a few pictures so we can show them the show, how they do it.
Of how they do it, and then come on back and drive it on back and get a little experience.
What color is the bike going to be at the end?
Black. Well, we're still keeping with the same black bike I have.
You'd be like Batman.
I'm just like a little kid waiting for Santa Claus to come.
Can't wait.
I can't wait.
Gotta get it.
It's going to be about a month.
Cool.
Maybe Eddie could rush it up a little bit.
Maybe if you call him every day, I'm sure it would speed it up. I'm sure you'd appreciate that. Good morning.
Then we have another picture of two little ladies working. Well, these two ladies here, I can show them right now.
For sure you can.
The lady on the left is from Church Point, and her friend, and I didn't get their names. And
Where were they?
I couldn't find it if I did. And they were having lunch at the casino in the buffet. I had gone in to get a buffet, and the lady on the left, I'm sure, she's from Church Point because she watches it on channel, 10 over there. in Church Point, but it's a charter, and her friend is going to watch it on the computer or go to her friend's house and watch it Sunday afternoon. They're going to both be watching. Good afternoon to you all, or good morning to you all.
And here's some more bikes.
This is after Mass Sunday at the Washington Citgo. By the way, a good place to get sandwiches and good food and good gas and all that good stuff. The gas, of course, comes from Ortego Oil right here in Opelousas. This is a longtime friend of mine, Floyd Savoy. He's a big biker now.
Big Harleys there.
And he says, here's my business card. Savoy's Lawn and Bush Hogging. That big green tractor that I own.
Right.
He had bought that. He was baling hay back in those days.
Right.
It was like brand new.
Wait, it had
Thank
all
you,
the
Floyd.
hours, I remember when you
No,
bought it.
no, I let him take the beating on the price.
There's all the bikes, and that's his big crew that was riding together?
Yep, from the Lafayette, it's a Lafayette group riding. Most of them on Harleys, if not all of them. And this was Sunday. I said I had gone by Préjean's. Well, went to use the bathroom. But by the way, they did a beautiful job on remodeling and building brand new bathrooms. And this is a couple of friends of mine that I haven't seen in several months, and I'm talking about Don and Tracy Steele Insurance out of Franklin, Louisiana. And they watched the Bobby Dupre show all the way over yonder on their television.
Well, very good.
And we're always telling people that they can reach us over there in the St. Mary area. And Don, I asked him, I said, have you seen Noel Bunall lately, our Imperial Fire and Casualty rep? He says, no, I haven't. He said, I think he came by and I wasn't there. But we, all three of us are always inquiring how we're doing. Don, good morning, and hopefully you get to watch the program.
And here, you're at Casa Ole?
I was riding my Harley bike Tuesday night. No, Monday night, I'm sorry. Monday night I was riding. I got the fever not to ride again. And up comes this young lady, comes sit right by me. She says, and who are you, mister? I said, I'm Bobby Dupre. And I said, well, who are you? She says, I'm Ella. I said, how old are you? She says, I'm 5. I said, really? I said, you must be in kindergarten. No, I'm in the 1st grade at Westminster Christian, she told me. And I looked around, and then I saw the Kerrville family, A.B. Jr. and his wife, Janice, who is very active in the doll and toy fund every year. We talk about her all the time.
Catholic daughters and all that.
And then Aaron was there, and then she looks over, she meaning Ella looks over, she says, that's my mama over there. I said, what's your mama's name? She said, Rebecca. Oh, so I turned around and looked at her, and I said, you the young lady that does the ads for Toyota.
Kerrville Toyota.
Kerrville Toyota. She says, I sure am. She said, yeah, that's my mama. She said, you want her phone number? I said, no. I said, I better not take her phone number. We're getting too personal there. But then her little sister comes up. I guess she says, I want my picture on television too. And of course, her little sister is Claire. She's age 9. And she's in the 4th grade. And of course, she says, that's my mama too over there. And their stepdad, I didn't get his name, but the whole family. And you know, he did a treat. He bought my
A.B. Jr.?
A.B. Jr. paid for my meal and walked out without saying a word. That's how I was taught how to do that.
Very generous and private guy.
In 1959, I was taught by Mr. F.A. Morgan with the bail bond service if you're going to treat somebody, pay the bill, leave out, don't ever say anything.
And y'all at Casa Ole, don't forget Casa Ole for all your authentic Mexican cuisine. They've got it over there at Casa Ole. And boy, I have another event I wanted to announce for them.
They're filming. They're filming tonight, Wednesday night. The next program will be taped tonight at Casa Ole. Oh,
I'm going to have to come back with my other announcement about them. But Casa Ole, don't forget about them for margaritas and great Mexican cuisine specials every day.
The Kerrville family doesn't have to worry. They have a young generation coming up. Ella will take your place. Don't worry about it, A.B.
We'll see you all on the other side of 1 minute.